wrestling people? It's Tyler here, your boy. He's back here with another episode of Do You Remember, where we talk about the crazy and wacky world of professional wrestling. And this time here with a new set and also with props. We finally got money in the budget for props. Aren't y'all happy for me? On this episode, we're going to be talking about one of the most legendary streaks that the WWE has ever saw. Today, we're going to be talking about The Undertaker and his undefeated streak at Wrestlemania. For those of you that don't know The Undertaker, here he is. The Undertaker is one of the most engaging wrestlers that has ever set foot on the planet. He debuted on November 22nd, 1990, and since has had a WrestleMania streak that spans over 20 superstars. I actually have the list now. Let's list off the names of superstars who fell at the hands of The Undertaker. That includes Jimmy Superfly Snuka, Jake the Snake Roberts, Giant Gonzalez, King Kong Bundy, Diesel, Psycho Sid, Kane, Big Boss Man, Triple H, Ric Flair, Big Show, and A-Train. A-Train? Kane, Randy Orton, Mark Henry, Batista, Edge, Shawn Michaels, twice, Triple H, twice, and CM Punk. That was spanning all the way from WrestleMania 7 all the way to WrestleMania 29. Streak lasting 21-0. We all thought The Undertaker could never be beaten, but all that was about to change with the reintroduction of one superstar, and his name is Brock Lesnar. A little bit of recap on Brock Lesnar. He debuted around 2002, 2003. Then he left the WWE because of contract negotiations, and Brock wanted that money. No shame. Nah, I can't believe I just did that. Brock Lesnar then returned, I believe in 2012, to start a feud with John Cena. Brock Lesnar came back and absolutely beat the brakes off of John Cena, as you can see in this picture right over here. They then went on to have a match at Extreme Rules 2012, where Brock Lesnar lost. Brock Lesnar lost his match to John Cena in 2012 at Extreme Rules because Big Match John always wins. He then went on to go into a feud with Triple H, where he lost, I believe, once at SummerSlam and another time at WrestleMania after Triple H burned himself with dry ice. Good job, Triple H. So now we're getting into the build-up for Brock versus Taker. First off, Brock Lesnar took a break from WWE around this time and came back, this time with black trunks. That's the difference between Brock Lesnar from before and after. This Brock Lesnar had red and black trunks. This Brock Lesnar had black trunks. No, he was on timing. So he came back and he had a match with the Big Show at Royal Rumble where he completely decimated the Giant. Like, I'm talking, there was nothing left of the Big Show. It was a very exhilarating return for Brock Lesnar because we all knew he was a beast, but we didn't know he could be this engaging with his matches. And this brings me to the build-up for The Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar. Starting off the build, Brock Lesnar needed an opponent for WrestleMania. He had a contract and he wanted anybody from the back to step up and sign the contract saying they'll face Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. And out of nowhere, we heard the gong. Out comes The Undertaker, who stabs Brock Lesnar through the hand with the pen, signs the contract in blood. It's The Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. Oh boy. Now, one thing we all have to remember here is that The Undertaker, or was not, a youngster. He was in his maybe 40s and 50s. He was a pretty old man. And he's going to the match with somebody that looks like this. The Undertaker is a brave soul, because me personally, I'm not doing that. At my ripe age, no thank you. So let's fast forward to the night where it all happened. Let's fast forward to WrestleMania. Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker. And it's just something, it's something serious. Starting off the bat, Undertaker receives a concussion outside the ring. To me personally, this is where this match fell off a cliff. After this match, The Undertaker looked like he could barely stand up. He looked like he was dizzy. He looked like he didn't know where he was at. And in interviews, Paul Heyman keeps on restating the phrase, Brock Lesnar went into business for himself. During the match, that is also where we saw Undertaker receive a multiple amount of suplexes, even though his back is already slightly injured. He already has a bad hip. Brock is just showing this vicious side of him that nobody ever saw. And it's getting to a point where we're all starting to get kind of scared for The Undertaker. So Undertaker hits him with a few choke slams, a few tombstones, but nothing's putting Brock away. Brock continues to lay down the suplexes, the fists, suplexes on the outside, the inside. One F5, Undertaker kicks out at 2. A second F5, Undertaker kicks out at 2. We're all thinking, hey, Undertaker probably finally got it. But boy, was we wrong. Third F5 hit. 1, 2, 3. Undertaker loses. Brock Lesnar wins. And is now 21-1. Now, lots of people were shocked by this. Insert clip of the mean guy, the black guy, whose face is literally dumbfounded when The Undertaker lost. I keep on reading in interviews that Brock Lesnar went into business for himself. But honestly, I just think it was because it was just a physical match, and The Undertaker is not that much of a physical guy anymore. Like, we all have to remember that The Undertaker's been doing this since 1990. That's before I was born. 1990. And he was still putting himself through all that. The Undertaker, at the end of the day, will always be revered as one of the greatest minds in professional wrestling, because he knew how to turn it on when he needed to. And that was a night where he put in that extra mile to make Brock Lesnar look like a star. And Brock Lesnar, I can say now, is a star, because if you look at Brock Lesnar's accomplishments after this, he defeats Super Cena to become the brand new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. He was just on a roll after this. Suplex City, longest reigning Universal Champion. What can we not say about Brock Lesnar? And all that kind of is thanks to The Undertaker after this match. The significance of the streak ending really showed you that anything can happen in professional wrestling. Streaks could be broken, careers could be ended in the blink of an eye, and stars could be made just like that with 1-3 count. Just imagine that. I want you to go back and remember the list that I told you of people that The Undertaker defeated. Randy Orton, Edge, Triple H, CM Punk, Mark Henry. All these names, all these legends' names that's on these lists. And the one guy that was able to get a win on him, the one guy that was able to say, I walked out of WrestleMania and I beat The Undertaker, was the next big thing, the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar. But you know what, ladies and gentlemen, that's what I have you today on Do You Remember? Is The Undertaker losing his WrestleMania undefeated streak to Brock Lesnar, the next rising up-and-coming star around that time? But of course, if you guys have anything that you want me to touch upon, or anything you remember that you want to tell me, please feel free to leave it in the comments or DM us at SFC Terrier TV on Instagram, and I'll be happy to explain it all here on Do You Remember? But until next time, I'm Tyler. Thank you for coming. I'll see you next time. Peace.